So my name is Jordan. I'm a student at MSUM. I found myself in this train station in Tokyo, and I've got 2 bags and this piece of paper, and I have no idea what I'm doing, like at all. And I'm with my older brother, and I had signed up for this trip. It was like a missions trip that some church was doing, and I didn't really know what was going on, but I really wanted to go to Japan. And so I was like, yes, I'm so in. And I raised all this money and hit up people at church for it and was like, yeah, it's this mission trip, like you should help me out. And they did. And then the trip got canceled. Yeah, and I had a really crappy mom. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. No, it's not true. This trip got canceled, and I was like, well, dang, I have all this money to go to Japan. I'm going to go to Japan. And so I asked my brother, I said, would you go with me? I was 17. I didn't know what I was doing, and it's like, whatever, let's go. And so I couldn't really sleep. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I finally got to sleep, and at 3:30 I woke up, and it was time to go to get on my plane, and I travel all day and into the next day, and I've been up for 40-some hours, and now I'm on this train, and it's the hardest part of this trip. See, I have to get from Tokyo to Kirakita. I can't even say that, and like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I have this sheet of paper in front of me that this missionary gave me, and it's got very specific directions. It says things like turn left at the sad tree, and like for real. And so yeah, and so like I'm halfway through this thing, and this is the hardest part, and it says that there's 7 minutes between my train and the next train, and it's very important that I get this train, because if I don't, then I'm stranded in Tokyo. I haven't exchanged money yet. All my plans for the rest of the trip for how to get where I'm going will be off, and I don't have a cell phone, and there's just no way. Also, I don't speak Japanese. And so I have to get this. So we're getting off the train, and I have all my stuff, and I look at the sheet, and it says, follow all the people up the staircase that they take. And I look around with my brother, and everybody's gone. It's like, sweet. Okay, so 6 minutes, cool. So we're going, and we just pick a staircase, and we're carrying all this stuff, and we are like the most stereotypical tourists that you can be. Like, we've got all this stuff, and we don't know what we're doing, and we're like asking for directions. We're trying to match the symbols on this piece of paper, like with the signs that we see. And people are just kind of giving us like this bewildered, like, oh, you don't know where you are kind of look. And I just realized that I really don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not just talking about like this trip, like in life. I was just, yeah. I'm moving to a new school. I lived in Canada at the time, and I'm moving to the United States, and I always felt like I was sort of blundering my way through. I was like that kid that got invited to the birthday parties, but they said, like, my mom said I had to invite you. Like, you know, like, right. It's true. And so I felt like I never knew what was going on, and this was like that final moment where I was like, shoot, I'm completely clueless, like in everything, and now we've got like 4 minutes left, and like, and now it's like 3 minutes, and we see the symbols that we're like, it's like the best word find of my life. I'm like, yes, this is where I need to be. And so we're like rushing up these stairs and moving on like these like moving sidewalk things, and I was like, this is cool. Like I'm from like the Midwest always, and now we've got like 2 minutes left, and my older brother thinks, like, he's like 3 years older. He thinks, you know what, this would be a good time to lose my ticket for the next train. And so now we've got like 2 minutes and 1 minute left, and we're bolting down this hallway as fast as we can go, like with all of our stuff, like flying V style, like coming down. And we get to this booth, and there's this old Japanese man, and I hand him my ticket, and I say, how do I get here? And he takes the ticket, and he gives me that same bewildered look. And he looks at the ticket, and he looks at the time on it, and he looks up at the clock, and then he looks at the ticket, and he looks at me, and he looks at the ticket, and he looks at the clock, and he says, "Go, go." And he pushes both of us through, and we're bolting down this hallway, and these things leave on time. And we got less than a minute left now, and we're pretty sure that we're not gonna make it. And he turns back at us, he goes, no, that way. We're like, so we turn, and I'm pretty sure I'm making that screeching sound with my feet. And we head down this stairway, and there's only one train down there, and I don't think it's the right one, but it's the only one down there, and the doors are about to close, like they're closing. You can see like shunk, shunk, shunk. And so we're like running towards these doors, and my brother goes ahead of me, and I'm the last one, and I'm pulling in my bags as these doors are about to close. And I say to the guys that are in there, because they stop at multiple places, and I said, please tell me that this is going to Sendai. And he goes, and he turns to the guy next to him and he says something like, Sendai? Or something. And the guy goes, and he turns to a third guy and he says, Sendai? And the guy's like, oh, yes. And there was more troubles on that trip, but when I got into that train car for at least a moment, as I sat down, I was tired. I put down my bags, and for a second I thought, right now, I do know what I'm doing.